topic is drugs for bronchial asthma. Bronchial asthma is a disease of respiratory system in which there is mucus plugging and bronchoconstriction. The pathogenesis is whenever there is an external stimulus like pollen grains or dust, it acts on the tracheobronchial smooth muscles and it causes hyperresponsiveness of the muscles, which leads to increase in secretions, mucus plugging and narrowing of the tube. The signs and symptoms of bronchial asthma are dyspnea, which means difficulty in breathing, cough and wheezing. Now, how the mechanism of bronchial asthma? Whenever there is an antigen, the antigen acts on the mast cell's antibody. The antibody is of IgE type to form an antigen-antibody complex. This antigen-antibody complex causes mast cell degradation and liberates leukotrienes. These leukotrienes are mediators of bronchial asthma. The leukotrienes bind to the leukotriene receptors and thus cause bronchoconstriction. Now I will explain in a stepwise manner drugs used to treat bronchial asthma in each of the following steps. Now, when the antigen binds to the antibody, we have anti-IgE antibodies. These drugs they act as an antibody to the IgE receptors. These includes omalizumab. Now the second category of the drugs are which act to stabilize the mast cell. The mast cell stabilizers. This includes chromoglycate and ketotifen. The second category of drugs, they act on the mast cells and they are mast cell stabilizers. Thus, they prevent the degradation of the mast cells. Then, the third category of the drugs are the leukotriene synthesis inhibitors. These drugs, they inhibit the synthesis of the leukotriene. These drugs are of great importance. The drugs include corticosteroids. These are the mainstay of bronchial asthma treatments. Now, corticosteroids are of two types. Inhaled, these are taken through the inhalation route, and systemic. Now, the systemic corticosteroids include hydrocortisone and glucocorticoids. The systemic are used only in severe conditions and only when no other options fail because these have other harmful effects. Inhaled corticosteroids includes beclomethasone, budesonide and fluticasone. Now, corticosteroids are important from our exam point of view. So, the mechanism of action of corticosteroids is they inhibit the synthesis of leukotrienes. Thus, they act by inhibiting the inflammatory processes. The fourth category of drugs is leukotriene receptor antagonist. They act by inhibiting or competing with the binding of leukotriene with the receptors. This class of drug includes montelukast and zafirlukast. And the fifth category of the drugs which are bronchodilators. Thus, they act opposite to bronchoconstriction. These are also a very important class of drugs. Bronchodilators are of three types. Beta-2 agonists, which means the beta sympathetic myometric drugs, methylxanthines, and anticholinergics. Beta-2 agonists are of two types, short-acting salbutamol and terbutaline, and long-acting salmeterol and formoterol. Methylxanthines includes theophylline, and anticholinergics includes ipratropium bromide. I will once summarize. When an antigen binds to the antibody complex, we have anti-Ig antibodies. This class includes omalizumab. Then mast cell degradation. To inhibit that, we have mast cell stabilizers. It includes chromoglycan and ketodephin. Then we have leukotriene synthesis inhibitors. It includes corticosteroids. Corticosteroids are important drugs. Corticosteroids, their mechanism of action is inhibiting leukotriene synthesis, and side effects of corticosteroids are oral thrush, which means oral candidiasis, and sore throat. And corticosteroids are of two types, inhaled and systemic. Inhaled examples are beclomethasone, budesonide, and fluticasone. Systemic examples are hydrocortisone. Then we have leukotriene receptor antagonists, which includes montelukast and zafirlukast. Then, acting opposite to bronchoconstriction are bronchodilators. They include beta-2 agonists, methylxanthines, and anticholinergics. Now, beta-2, it is very important to know that beta-2 agonists are the fastest acting, and also that they are contraindicated in patients of heart diseases which are on beta-2 blockers. Now I will tell you about the 5-step process of treatment of bronchial asthma depending on the severity. First step, mild episodic asthma. We used inhaled short-acting beta-2 agonists. Example are salbutamol and terbutaline. These drugs are used only during the time of the episode. That is when the episode of asthma attack occurs. Then the second step is for mild chronic asthma, which means the frequency is more than this, but it is less than once per day. In this, we give regular dose of inhaled corticosteroids, that is beclomethasone or fluticasone, and whenever there is an episode of attack of asthma, then we give inhaled short-acting beta-2 agonists. The third category, moderate asthma, when there is frequent exacerbation of the symptoms, that is symptoms occur more than once daily. In this, we give low dose of inhaled corticosteroids. Example are beclomethasone or budesonide plus inhaled long-acting beta-2 agonists like salmeterol and formoterol. In this, we don't give short-acting beta-2 agonists. And whenever there is nocturnal asthma, then we can give theophylline, which is a methylxanthine, as an additive. Then fourth step, severe asthma. In severe asthma, we give high dose of inhaled corticosteroids like beclomethasone, and plus along with it we give inhaled long-acting beta-2 agonists, and additionally we give leukotriene antagonists or theophylline. And as a rescue treatment, we may use inhaled short-acting beta-2 agonists whenever required. Now the fifth case, which is uncontrolled or emergency case. In this, the same treatment is given as severe asthma, and along with that, we also prescribe oral steroid therapy, which is hydrocortisone. Now, the very important thing about asthma is status asthmaticus. Status asthmaticus is a condition of acute attack of asthma. It is very severe attack and it is an emergency situation requiring immediate attention. So, for status asthmaticus, we prescribe IV hydrocortisone, and along with that, we give nebulized salbutamol and ipratropium bromide, and also oxygen and mechanical ventilation as required. Now, I will tell you some highlighted points which are important from the MCQ point of view. The DOCs, which is drug of choice. for acute asthmatic attack is salbutamol because it is fastest acting and provides immediate relief, while corticosteroids are not used because they take some time to act. Then pregnancy, salbutamol is safe during pregnancy. Patient on beta blockers cannot be given salbutamol as it is a beta 2 agonist, so we give ipratropium bromide. And drug-induced asthma, ipratropium bromide is the drug of choice. And for prophylaxis, we give corticosteroids. Thank you.